Today, from St. Louis, Missouri, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, from St. Louis, Missouri, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's St. Louis taking on the Cleveland Browns.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Into the secondary, past the 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
On first down, Franklin.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Franklin. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. A 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On fourth down, Franklin rolling to his right.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
On first down, it's Gardner. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And they'll run it here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for two, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a... Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
He finds his man, complete. That's Palmer. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That's how it happened. Who was it on? J.C. Horn, the fucking Pro Bowl.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get the ball.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. It's caught. Beckham. On 3rd down, Gardner. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Throwing on 1st down, Franklin. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Both feet down, nigga. Good job.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play.
Good job, baby cheetah.
30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about... for field position after the big play. Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Hands it off out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down.
Let's go. Now's the time. Don't give him nothing.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
God damn, get lined up.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw. Charles got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd down. Off the play fake. Charles.
Let me go.
Over the middle complete. It's McLaughlin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Charles. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Charles. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. McLaughlin pushing through the contact. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Charles. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Charles. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Joey Bosa in there for a big milestone in this game. That's sack number 198 of his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer Reggie White for 2nd place all time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick here is good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And the Ravens taking the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he into the game that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time for the Ravens. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. 45. White.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Check.
On 1st and 10, Franklin. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got
it or just handle it, because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want.
Upright, he's been pretty good. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
30,
You get nothing and like it.
10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now
Dog,
the monkey's free.
what?
Past the 20. He
This
will
game,
take this all the
dog.
way. Touchdown, Cleveland.
This game, dog.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. "35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive, Franklin. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
He finds Douglas complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw on second down, Franklin. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go by dominating.
Bro, you see them being crazy, bro. You didn't see, if you go back to, if you go back like, go back to a minute, I feel like it's been like 25 points scored in the last 2 minutes of this half.
Right here before the half,
This was being
and that'll
crazy.
give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Back to throw, Franklin, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
These niggas, man.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside
CP.
and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Monarchs who are out in front. Landry Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass.
T-Law.
Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Outcome. The Ravens now, they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They go play action here on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, it's Gardner. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 2nd and 4. Off the RPO, he completes it. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run on first down. Gardner. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Franklin. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 22 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. They go with the option on the 2-point try, and the decision to pitch it worked out.
Almost felt like basketball, didn't it? But remember with the dribbler, draw, drive, and dish? How about that one? Drew everyone to him, dished it to the running back. He takes it in.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now here's a carry heading left. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From from the gun. Charles
No, maybe.
throwing left side here, and it's complete.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Charles. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
he ran right past
him. As long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On first down, McLaughlin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on second down. Charles. He's got it. And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
In the backfield, man.
There with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Back to throw. Charles, that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Have you been to?
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
Yo, boss.
Down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with 1st and 10.
I said be careful. She recruited you, and it's in like your first day at work. She's like, you want to go to San Antonio? Hold on, lady. What are you on?
Throwing to start the drive. Franklin, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Launches deep.
I play Apex, but I play 2K, so I'm gonna play 2K this year. Niggas took a break from 2K for like 2 years, I think.
He's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't
No,
seem to
we
matter,
already
does
took
it?
the
Put
break.
the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under
So we
6
get
feet
back
tall?
on 2K this year.
Antonio Brown,
We had also, and while we were playing 2K, we
Super
weren't
Bowl
really playing
53
Madden.
MVP, Julian Edelman.
A real field flipper there as all of
Kinda,
a
but
sudden
this year we're
they've
gonna
got
do
a
both
first
just
down
because,
in the red zone.
I don't know.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Finally charged her.
Let's go, 550.
Off play action. Franklin to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say the second.
We should have been reported it.
Side you're on hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone
said he
had
was
to make a
crazy?
play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Right.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that
Waved her
incompletion?
right to what?
On fourth down, Franklin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, so she sound like she a pro.
Shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They'll run here on 3rd and goal.
Sound like a.
And they'll take it into the end zone.
Sounds like a pro, Your Honor. Sounds like. Sounds like she knew exactly what to stab him with and where to kill him. Sounds like she's done this before. We should look up some old. Wait. You were stabbing. You were actually stabbing motherfuckers, actually. That's crazy, man. But
Will Lutz on for the point after.
Scientific scrutiny.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Right.
So that was an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Not in Miami. It's gonna be enough. I feel like it might be a couple of niggas on the jury. Some less privileged people.
After the
Get
touchdown,
some
wants to kick it
BIPOCs.
off.
Some POCs in the mix.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind
Her name was
down.
Courtney?
We'll return with more after
Duh.
this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA
Yup, it is.
Sports.
Demon name.
He says a demon name. I think they name demons things like so.
I can see
Browns
that.
drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. So this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers.
That's
So
what they
right
want
now,
you to
the only
do.
one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new
But for real, that's really, to be honest, it's not even that they want you to. It's just other shit be happening and the court system is fucked up. So you gonna forget about that nigga that got killed until they pop back up. That's why the say her name and say his name things they're a real thing, because niggas exactly.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Right.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Charles. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
He didn't see him.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The defense rising to the challenge.
That's what she's saying? These are her words?
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Yeah, that shit never ends well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up the ball away.
Yeah.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The throw over the middle, taken in.
For real? Like, is it the same night?
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him
I'm like, she really
down.
wild, and then she beat that
It'll
nigga
set up
ass on the
2nd and
elevator
7.
and then killed him. Like, yo, what are you on, actually?
And to give this time to the tailback. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one.
She was actually just beating that nigga up a little bit.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Franklin. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like
Get your big ass
a
in
big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Take four. Slam. Watch twist.
He'll try again. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
No, I'm not doing that.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And, Charles, maybe that's one they had dialed up. Hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. Looking to throw. Franklin. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Charles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. 7 yards the pick up there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw. Charles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Back to throw. Franklin. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Watch twins. Alert flare.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Franklin. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance. He's
carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Back to throw. Franklin looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on now, let's go. That might be it right there.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Charles, throw left side complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Charles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 2nd down now. It's McLaughlin, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Charles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Looking to throw. Franklin to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin, alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Something you didn't buy. The housewives at home at video.
Six counts of murder and 5 counts of gross vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, you talking about the nurse? Damn, 6 counts of murder.
Oh, she has a history of mental illness. A number of prior incidents which appear to be increasing in severity, ranging from jumping on police cars to jumping out of apartment windows. She's tried to hurt herself more than once and has been involuntarily committed several times. Yeah. Well,
somewhere.
Just if you see, get off of the internet or get off Instagram so you're reading the goddamn news. Girl.
Staying up on current events though.